All right. Hey, what's going on YouTube? I got these walking liberties from, got them off eBay from Coin Exchange. They were about 25, 125 for 20 coins. I'm just kind of sorting through them right now. They all have dates on them, which is a good thing. But they seem to be very common dates. You know, you're not going to get any hard to find coins, and if you do, they're not going to be in very good condition. But I thought it was a good deal, you know, because you're not paying too much over the price of silver. So, I mean, just getting, I think it's important to get walking liberties because they look so much like the American Silver Eagle. And you can make change, you know, if you have to break a 1 ounce round, you might be able to make change with some of these. So it's a beautiful design. They didn't make too many of them, and they're slowly going out of circulation, but you can still get your hands on these rolls. This is what a roll looks like, and this was the first time I ever ordered anything from Coin Exchange. I can't say that I'm not satisfied. I do run a small eBay shop, and just putting some out there on eBay after looking through the dates. eBay is a lot of work. If you have never done eBay, God, you've got to pay for the postage. You got to pay for the shipping. You got to buy them the envelopes. You got to package them, print out the label, write the label, pay the PayPal, pay eBay. And there's all these fees and all these things. You don't make any money in the end. You do a lot of busy work, but it's very difficult to make money in coins or in eBay. And you have to really be on top of your game when doing that. But I mean, it still can be done. You got to if you're working on a small scale, it takes a lot longer to try to build up to where you're actually because if you're second lowest cost, you lose. Third lowest cost, you lose. The lowest cost always wins when you're dealing with something like eBay. And if you're off by $1, you know, on something like this, you're not even going to be close to getting any orders. Someone's going to have to be drunk on a Saturday or Friday night and just running up their credit card, and they don't care. You just get lucky once in a while and you get a couple of orders. But this is something that I'm trying to figure out. I think if I can somehow figure out YouTube and eBay, it might be, you know, that might be a good start, you know, as far as trying to monetize traffic revenue. And these $half walking liberties are really kind of cool. I mean, just the feel of them when you put them on your desk, count them, and kind of you know, this is real money. This is what real money feels like. They don't give us real money anymore. You know, all of our money is just this fiat trash cash, um, Federal Reserve note, Ponzi money, and then I keep one of these hanging on my desk, but, this is just to show you, this is what governments do. They put zeros onto paper, and they tell you it's worth something. A one followed by a bunch of zeros does not mean that something is more valuable. Value is based on scarcity and the amount of utility someone or a group of people get from ownership of a certain uh, good or service. But if governments and central banks just print zeros, they're not creating any value. And then it's like I send these out to friends and stuff. If you want to leave your name in the comment and message me, I'll be happy to send one your way. But they make good bookmarks. You got Nikola Tesla on the front, Eagle Eyes, and it's just a neat conversation piece. These are 30 years old, and you want to own silver in case of hyperinflation or inflationary, and there's going to be plenty of inflation coming down the road because we have all these left-wing, wacko, loony liberals that want reparations, they want universal basic income, they want health care, they want to raise school debt, they want free education, they want all these things. The dollar is doomed. It's not going to be a world reserve currency, but in the long term, its time is almost up, and people have to wise up because all these other countries have gone through terrible, terrible inflation and hyperinflation. And the dollar is just something, it's going to actually fall. It's already lost 98% of its value. It just hasn't fallen off the cliff yet. And that's where we're at. And this stuff can happen very rapidly. It can happen overnight. You get a different you get different people elected into positions of power, and they abuse the power, and they go overboard, and they spend, and they borrow, and they run up the deficit, and they run up the debt, but I'm trying to help get awareness out for cryptocurrencies and for precious metals, and just there's a very strong YouTube community dealing with precious metals, and crypto is also a very strong community on Twitter, and we'll see what happens. 2018 was a horrible year. Everything just cratered and crashed. Everything was down 80, 85, 90%. Now things are starting to turn around. You see Bitcoin is at 8,000 already. It's doubled. So that's, I was trying to do a reaction to a reaction video, but for some reason I wasn't able to set it up correctly. But that would have been a kind of a interesting take. You can do a reaction to a reaction, and like kind of there's like this derivative type of keyword phrasing into the YouTube search algorithms. I was looking forward to doing that, but in any case, why don't we take a look at what's moving? Okay, ETH. Let's see if you can see that. So Ethereum, Ripple's up 21%. Ethereum's up about 10%. Dash is up there. Everything's trying to take off right now, and they're trying to rebound. Let's see. Yeah, Ripple finally moved. XRP, it's 21%. Ethereum finally moved. You know, these things were just getting left in the dust. I mean, with the Bitcoin rally from mid 3000s up to 8,000, you know, it was just the altcoins all were just bleeding. People were selling them. They were crashing. They still are, you know, like look at Civic or look at like, you know, some of these that are just getting the shit kicked out of them. But I expect it to be a huge day. There's going to be a lot of volatility in crypto in the next coming days, and although, you know, in terms of BTC, you know, people might have lost a little ground. These things usually correct themselves, and we will see the alts then kind of take control and shoot up like we're seeing Ripple right now, and Dash and some others. It's just, you know, we got to be patient, I think. And meanwhile, you know, the other side of the coin in precious metals aren't doing a whole lot, with silver under 15. Huge down day in the broader market, with the Dow and the S&P and the Nasdaq all getting clobbered. Let's see, what do I do here? See, I don't know how to edit this shit. I don't know how to edit any of these videos. I don't know how these guys make these like very impressive presentations on you. You know, they have this graphic interface, and they have where you can click on links and all this stuff. Way beyond my capabilities right now. I'm just trying to, you know, not cause any disruptions on any of the social media platforms, or get get censored anymore. Waiting. There's no one even just like stumbling through the YouTube into the room. I mean, not a single soul. Very, very disappointing. But I have only 71 followers. I don't know why I only have 71 followers. I don't know why I only have 71 followers. I don't know why I only have 71 followers. I know. I do know, because my voice is monotone. I don't really speak about too much when I talk. It's all kind of very, you know, not very entertaining. I'm trying to post new content, like on stuff that is interesting, on kind of on the long tail, where people type in a keyword and it might show up, and then they'll check it out. But I have no idea how these people get their videos viral. It's a complete mystery. Let's turn that down. But I'll just show you, like, so these are some of the videos that I was playing around with. And then, of course, it goes back to these physics videos. And those are the only videos that really got a lot of views. I mean, that would be pretty cool to make a living doing this, but I don't know how these guys do it. And plus, just kind of leaving kind of a a trail of like what you're doing and kind of like a diary. You would just for my own personal growth is why I'm going to start to video log some of this stuff. I mean, it's gotten so outrageous. I mean, some of these people have like 13 million followers. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, there's going to be like leveraged buyouts and like people selling their channels to others. And, I mean, it's going to get pretty weird. That's why I was like scrambling to I wanted to set up a channel and just get it going. And then worry about the censorship. If I say anything wrong, censor me. I haven't said anything that wrong. I'm not, just kind of, on Facebook, LinkedIn. I got deplatformed when Trump and Hillary were duking it out. She was her staff was publishing a lot of articles on LinkedIn, and I guess they didn't like my comments. They didn't like the fact that I was commenting on every single person who commented, and there was like a group of us, and we were just Trump, Trump, Trump. I mean, if you count the viral effect of what the implications are when you have, I think I had over 30,000 connections or 30,000 followers on LinkedIn. I mean, you can affect the perception of people, even if it's just a very slight amount. Um, I'm pretty sure that Trump wouldn't have won if it weren't for everybody doing this on all the platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and I don't know if he's going to have that same kind of support for 2020. I think, people like him, and people that voted for him think he's doing a good job. But, he's a little bit kind of getting a little too cocky and a little bit too kind of drunk with power and stuff. And like, he has to realize like that people elected him to do a job and to be professional. And when he starts like acting not professional, and I guess someone made a comment in the crowd, just shoot them, like with about the people crossing the border, and then a couple of people laughed at that. So that's like, people were crying racism and how horrible that was. I mean, you can't control what a handful of people, that are maybe racist or anything like that. You can't control what they do, what they say. I mean, I think he just tried to, dismiss it and just tried to make a joke about it. But yeah, it's not a funny thing. Like, I'm not trying to defend Trump. I don't think that he needs anyone to. He doesn't need people to defend him. He's responsible for his own conduct. But he really, the liberals in this country are so insecure that they need to be constantly reassured that everything is on the up and up and everything's fair. And he should have said something like, "Now, that's not right." Something admonished the person in the crowd, and the people who clapped or whatever. I mean, it's just little things like that are affecting his popularity. Where, I don't think he's he's not doing anything really wrong. It's just, some people in the minority just don't, you know, for some reason they don't like the way he looks, and he's just getting judged on the way he looks and the way he carries himself. If he could clean that up a little bit, and be a little bit more professional, he might actually get some more followers. I mean, like supporters, like Ronald Reagan, and but he's not going in that direction for some reason. He wants to make it known that he's not gonna be weak, and he's gonna be strong. He's and now with this China thing, and there's going to be this kind of Cold War, or this uh, trade war. It's getting people a little bit frustrated with this large deficit that has been created. Something like up 77% year over year. Um, He's not really pushing the right buttons to get these people to knock it off. He has to treat them with with kid gloves, and be very pragmatic and disciplined when he's up there, um, in a speech, or whatever the case. In small groups, he has to just carry himself like a little bit more professional, I think. But I have the USA hat on, and just I do support Trump. I don't think any other candidate is really going. What's the alternative? Is Biden? Even Biden's own family voted, for Trump, is what Frank Biden was saying. They didn't vote for Hillary, but I really don't think. I mean, Biden is not going to win. He might be the best hope that the liberals have, but Biden does not stand a chance to win. So I'm just trying to get this YouTube. I might just go back and delete some of my videos. So, anyways, back to crypto. We got XRP still up 20%. Still not a single person visiting the channel. That's pretty bad. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, logging off. If I can find out what button to push, right there. No. Oh, end stream.